Hi, this is writer Uttam, and today I want to talk about the fact that many SSC papers leaked this time. Now, what I want to share with you is that basically, when an SSC paper reaches the examination center, a lot of things are happening before that. Papers are set, papers are printed, papers are stored, papers are distributed, and so on. Very many things are happening at different places. Now, I want to directly basically address those people who are involved in this SSC paper leakage. Now, anyone who's involved in this SSC paper leakage has to ask himself or herself some basic questions. It's like, what are the advantages of doing that? Well, one of the advantages is obviously that you're making money out of it. What are some of the disadvantages of doing that? Well, if you're talking about disadvantages, one of the biggest disadvantage is that students who have not prepared for the whole year are getting this paper and they're just studying this much, and then they're appearing for the paper and they're getting the number of marks which they don't actually deserve. It's basically somebody's made a film and you're pirating the film and you're making money. So it's basically the student who do not know much, or rather know nothing, and they are just mugging up something so that they just get pass marks without putting in any hard work. So that is one of the obvious disadvantage. The next question which you need to ask yourself is it ethical? Obviously it's not ethical, because so many students who work throughout the year are losing compared to somebody who's not worked at all and gaining marks. What about this being unethical? Well, it is completely unethical because you are equating hard work with laziness or no work at all, and somebody who's not worked hard at all is getting some benefit which he or she does not deserve. So it's obviously unethical. The next question which you should be asking yourself is it legal? Obviously it's not legal, because something which goes against the basic grain of society, how can it be legal? It's obviously not legal. And then about illegality. What are the things that can happen to you because you're indulging in an illegal act? You could be put behind bars, you could be fined, or whatever. You could lose face in the society, you could lose reputation, you could lose regulation of the institution where you're working, and so on. And finally, you should also think about the consequences of all that you are doing. For because of you, so many other peoples get a bad name. Because of you, because of your desire to make a little bit of money out of that, you get few thousand rupees per paper, and of course you can make a quick buck in a short period of time. But then what are you doing with the children's future? Students who worked hard for the whole year are being pitted against students who have not worked at all, getting the question papers, writing the answers, and getting some marks, which we do not know whether they are high marks or low marks, but they are getting something out of doing nothing. This in itself is a very, very bad outcome. And what message are we giving to the society? That like hard work does not pay, but you can get you can get away by resorting to such means and still have your way and still be successful in life. Now that is not a message which you want to give to either the current generation or the future generation. So think about all the possible consequences before you even think of doing something so bad, so bad, and something which sets such a negative tone in the society. So I always believe that whoever is doing this SSC paper leakage, please do think about these things before you indulge in these activities.